Hello and welcome back to SGGT. Today, Aaron and myself are joined with Ford Flanagan. Hi Ford.
Hiya.
Ford has been in previous. We had a look at long game clubs and what worked best. We tried utility irons, we tried fairway woods, we tried hybrids, and I think we established that Ford done really well with hybrids. So what we've done is we've got Ford to come back in. We're going to have a look at the different hybrids from this year. We'll try all the different heads. We'll work out what Ford likes the look of, what Ford likes the feeling of, and we'll give you a review based on Ford's experience of hitting them all. We know previously that Ford needs this hybrid to go about 180 yards, and we can have a go. Ford, go and tell us a little bit about your golf. Where do you play and what's your handicap? And
Yeah, so I play at Glencorse Golf Club, Scott. It's just outside Pennycook. It's a relatively short course, but it's got a lot of long par threes. It's got 7 par threes that are over 200 yards from the back tees. I play off 9. Sometimes I can play to that, other times I can't.
Yeah.
I think that's the same for most of the average club golfers. But I need this hybrid in my bag to do a lot of things at Glencorse. I need it to hit greens, I need it on some layup holes as well. I need it out semi-rough. And it's really probably my favourite club in the bag. I've got a 5 hybrid at the moment I use a lot. I'm trying to, I think, replace the 7 wood that I've got in the bag at the moment with the 4 hybrid that does similar job but a little bit more distance on it.
Okay, I think you hit the nail on the head here, and this is amazing. This is what we strive for, that your average club golfer, we know what we need the club to do, and we know roughly where we're going to go with it. So we've got a 5 hybrid that works really well. We know the shaft worked well in a 4 hybrid when we tried it previously in a video.
Yep.
So we're going to put that shaft in different heads and let you try them. And you know what, initially we'll look at how did they look, how did they feel, and then we'll have a look at some data and how they fly and what they did. But let's get an opinion based on what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah, okay.
All right?
That'd be good.
Aaron, let's start with what we got.
We have Titleist GT2. We're going to pair that with the Aldila NVS 85 again. We've got this set to B1 just to flatten that lie angle out a little bit. It's a good starting point. Let's
So this is the modern day equivalent of what you have Ford,
Yep.
but in a 4 hybrid as opposed to into
The
a 5 hybrid.
Yep.
All right, pal.
Okay.
Initially, behind the ball, how does it look?
So, very familiar, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
I've got the TSI2 5 hybrid. Shape's very familiar. Looks nice behind the ball. It's a very traditional looking hybrid club. Yeah, very nice, and it matches up really nice with the shaft as well.
I think Titleist are good for that Titleist golf clubs look like Titleist golf clubs.
Yeah.
That you know what it's going to look like, you
Yeah.
know where you're at before you get going.
Yeah.
And I think if you like that, I think we get loads of golfers in that play Titleist exclusively. It's the one brand I think that you get guys in, they've got a baseball cap and a polo shirt and you know the brand that they love.
Yeah.
And I think they all look very similar over the years.
Yeah,
I think people
absolutely.
get mad into that look.
You can see the loft on it as well. I know it's only, I think, 21 degrees, but it's not a scary looking club for me anyway. That wasn't a perfect strike, but you know I got away with that, and the trajectory's probably is flatter that I'm looking for. That sort of lower running shot.
It'll take a few for you to get back warmed up again.
Yep.
There he is.
Sounded more like it.
Yep.
So we're looking for something that, I've got actually the numbers from the previous video up on the screen here for when we tried it.
Yep.
That previously we carried at about 180 yards. That one there at 176 as you're warming up. You're a little bit closer. You're a couple of miles an hour slower, but you just need a wee warm up to get you going again, that's all.
Okay.
It's more like it.
Yep.
That's more like what we've seen before. 177, yeah, that's a good number. I like that.
Yep.
In terms of feeling off the face, Ford, is it similar to the old TSI that you have?
Very.
Yeah.
Almost indistinguishable, really.
Right, okay.
Maybe sound-wise, pretty similar. You know, feel and reel's different things. It feels maybe a little bit hotter, if you know what I mean. There's maybe more projection out of it, but it's very, very familiar.
Yeah, good, brilliant. So it would make a nice friend in your golf bag for the one that's already there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Good. Right, let's swap you into the next one. I don't want to burn you out by hitting too many shots with the same thing.
Yep.
What we got next, Aaron?
So the next one we're going to go into is the Cobra DS-Adapt. Obviously you've got 33 settings here. I'm going to keep it on A1.
Okay.
Just start on standard, and then if we need to change it, we can change it.
Okay. Are you a tinkerer, Ford?
Um,
All these settings on this Cobra, would they get exercise?
so no, I'm not. No, absolutely not. I think I might put loft up and down depending on maybe winter, summer conditions. That would be the limit to it. I think one of the things, Scott, is that I come here to get fitted for it, and I kind of like to walk away with the club in the setting that I should be playing it in.
And that's it done.
Kind of just leave it there. So yeah, something with lots of different settings on it, I tend to try and leave alone. Just because I can get myself in all sorts of trouble with it, I think. Thanks.
So same shaft, Ford. We'll just try and keep the one variable the same.
Yep.
Just isolate what that head does for you.
Initially, how does it look?
So it's got the matte finish this time, which is quite nice. You can see the grooves on the front of the club are quite prominent on it. Nice looking
do
club.
You like the look of that? Is that a good thing?
Yeah. The grooves on the front are potentially a little bit loud.
Okay.
It wouldn't necessarily put me off that
Okay.
much. But the shape's very similar to the Titleist. It's quite a traditional looking hybrid shape. Yeah, nice.
Matte or gloss, what do you prefer?
Probably the matte, I think.
Right, okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
I think so. Yeah, I mean the Titleist is a shiny head, but again, it's not off-putting.
Yeah.
I think, generally speaking, I'll go with the club that it works
Works
as
the
opposed to
Yeah,
that
that's
kind of
fair.
aesthetics. It would have to be really, really ugly for me to go, no, I'm not playing it, you know, for that.
Sounded solid.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that was a nice flight.
Really good, actually.
Yeah, it's more of a sort of muted sound off this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a sort of that carbon sound. It's a bit duller.
Okay. Pretty nice again.
Yeah, that's two strikes that were far from perfect, but good results out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell it's far from perfect. The ball speed's down and distance is down a little bit.
Yeah.
Direction's good, which is promising.
Yeah. That's one of the things about hybrids that I like, that you can get away with quite a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, for my level of golf, that's necessary. You don't have to middle it every single time. That was a strange one.
So see, from a ball speed standpoint, the Titleist gives you more
Yep.
and gets you closer to that 180 yard number.
Yeah.
Maybe the Cobra's not as good as strikes, maybe it's just not as fast off the face.
Yeah.
Give us one more.
It doesn't feel as quick.
Okay.
That was a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Turned it over a wee fraction, but good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice feeling club. Nice sound out of it.
Yeah. That was long.
Yeah, a bit longer.
Okay.
Turned that over a little bit, I think.
Could you play that?
Yeah, I could play that.
Right, Aaron, next one.
So we have Qi35, 22 degrees this time. Yeah, and again, we're going to keep it on the standard setting just to see how it goes. Same shaft, that Aldila partnership there.
Yep.
Let's see how that goes.
Thanks.
So very different in terms of looks, Ford.
Yep.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, very, very different. You can see, I don't know if it's real or perceived, you can see a lot more loft on it. I think the sort of two-tone effect, you know, with the carbon at the back, means that the actual face is framed a lot differently.
Yep.
Is that confidence inspiring for you, or does that put you off?
It's a little bit off-putting in that I'm looking at it thinking, how high is this going to go? It looks like I'm going to, you know,
Yeah.
waft it up into the air.
In terms
But
of the
I've not hit
face, go on.
I've not hit it yet, so.
Yeah.
Come on in, let's see it in action.
Yeah.
In terms of the face, the grooves, obviously no white lines on this one. Does the face
Yeah.
look?
And actually, it's the polar opposite.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a blank face on it completely. I mean, the grooves are there, as you can see, but when you're looking down at the ball, you can't see anything on it. Yeah, nice looking club. Another left one.
That was anti-left if I've ever seen anti-left.
Yep. Kind of made
That
sure
ball was
I wasn't
not
really happy
following
with
the
that.
other.
Right, straight down the middle with the next one, Ford.
Right, I'll try.
Reset, go again.
Yeah.
The higher the handicap,
Strike.
the more we see the left-right with the fitting,
Yeah.
that if you get a high handicapper and he hits one left, you know he's going out his way to hit the next one not
Absolutely.
left, so subsequently hits it right.
Yeah.
Whereas your better player resets, goes back to hitting it down the middle and away it goes.
I don't know where I fit within that.
Yeah, you, what about feel off the face, Ford?
Similar to the Cobra.
Okay.
It's got this thingy. Doesn't feel as powerful.
It's faster than the Cobra. The number's closer to the Titleist. It's not maybe not
Yeah.
quite there, but it's certainly closer.
Yeah. It's not. It's a nice sound off it. It's a nice positive crack that you get off the face when you
Yeah.
hit it well.
Good.
So it's a nice club.
Give us one more.
Oh, he says.
That was nice.
That was a good shot. Yeah, I'd be very happy with that one.
Okay. Save your energy. What are we getting next, Aaron?
We are going to go into Callaway Elite.
Okay. I see you're doing some tinkering here.
Yeah, you've got kind of in the GT, and potentially why this was successful so far, is with your ball flight being that little draw, we have a little bit of toe bias weight in there.
Yep.
The Elite has the same trick.
Yeah.
So we can put a little bit more weight in the toe and maybe just slow that rotation down.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
You're a Callaway driver, I see.
Yeah. And I've played Callaway hybrids in the past as well.
Have you? Okay.
So yeah, Callaways. I like Callaway clubs a lot.
Good.
I've never played their irons.
No.
No, I don't know why, but I've never sort of been drawn to the irons. But certainly,
Thank you.
yeah, the fairway woods and woods have worked really well for
Worked
me.
quite nicely.
New sleeve on the Callaway hybrid as well. Once you get the hieroglyphs in the right place, works wonders.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it looks a bit more complicated than previous models, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, you've got, and it's kind of does what it says on the tin once you get it. Right, there we are.
Okay, thanks.
So Callaway Elite, Aaron and Ford. Initially, how's she looking?
Really nice.
Yeah, nice shape.
Yeah, it's a really nice shape. It's a good blend between maybe the other clubs. So you've got the sort of the matte finish on it. The grooves on the front of the club are pronounced, but not overly pronounced.
Yeah. Okay.
The loft on it looks just about right for what my eye as well. So yeah, this is a really, really nice looking.
It doesn't look like it's going to go
No,
particularly high or particularly low, just
absolutely.
Goldilocks almost.
And it's even the alignment aid in the top of it I think is quite nice as well.
Nice
the
touch.
Callaway logo on it. Yeah, it's good.
No pressure, but you've bigged this one up before
I
you
know,
go.
I know.
Good swing.
Super.
Yeah, I mean that felt really, really nice off the face.
Needs to fly 180 and we've cracked it.
Yeah,
Perfect.
182.
yep. That was really nice.
Good bad one.
Yeah, that was interesting.
The connection wasn't what we'd dream about the connection being,
Yep.
but at 170 through the air, the drop-off's not massive for what it was.
No. I don't know if the head weight feels a bit different. It's maybe a bit heavier.
Okay.
I don't know if that's my perception.
Is that a bad thing?
No, because it feels like the head's doing some of the work for me as opposed
good.
to me having to push it through.
Okay.
Yeah, quite good. I like it.
Very similar to the previous, isn't it?
What's really good is the flight you can see is a lot more neutral. It's less
Yeah.
curve.
Yeah.
I know you've hit a lot of balls and potentially tiring a little bit, but
Yeah.
at least the bad one's going in the right direction now. You're not getting that quick left anymore. Strike. Lovely. Okay, good.
Yeah, that was nice.
Right.
I like
What's next, Aaron?
We are going to go into Wilson Dynapower.
Okay.
This is a bonded club, so there's no adjustments on this at all. So it's just going to play as it comes.
Yeah.
But this has been pretty successful for us so far.
I don't mind bonded clubs. I've got my 5-wood and my 3-wood are both bonded.
Yeah.
There's pros
Again,
and
when
cons,
you get
isn't
them
there?
fitted, you
That's
just walk
done.
out and that's
Yeah.
it. You know, you don't think about it again.
Less options for tinkering.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't mind that.
There's pros and cons to it, weight savings,
Yeah.
such like. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how it performs for you.
So far, Callaway the best.
Yeah, Callaway and Titleist.
Looks wise, both is good as well.
Yeah, I think because I'm really familiar with the Titleist, I've probably got a leaning towards that.
Yeah.
But the Callaway's really nice as well.
Yeah.
It's got the matte finish that I like too.
Ah, good, brilliant.
Sits behind the ball really nice. The Wilson first impressions, again, you can see a lot more loft on it.
Okay.
Shinier head. It's got the red stuff at the back. It's not a bad looking club. Slightly different shape. Maybe, is that a bit longer from heel to toe? I'm not sure, but that's the look it gives me anyway. But yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad.
Not a bad shot with it, yeah. Feels slightly lighter.
Okay.
Maybe doesn't feel quite as powerful off the face.
Yeah, you can see ball speed's definitely down. You can see the ball speed's come down. You can see it's not going as far as you would need it to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the things I need from a hybrid as well is I never ever stand on a tee looking to hammer it.
I just want to be in.
Yeah, I want to be sort of 80 or 90% within my sort of limits, if you like. The only times I really hit a hybrid hard is out the rough, and you can get away with so much more.
Yeah, digging it out. That was a nice strike.
Yeah.
So now it's interesting you said about that head feeling a little bit lighter, Ford.
Yeah.
I know it was with it being a bonded head, just the weight's positioned slightly differently, and that they've saved some weight where the other brands would maybe have an adapter in there.
Yeah.
They've been able to move the weight.
Yeah.
I think what's interesting about this hybrid, the ball speed's down in the distance, even on a good strike there, doesn't give you quite what you would need it to do.
Yeah.
So if it was you were looking at a Wilson hybrid, you'd probably have to go into the lower loft to achieve the same distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not to say that it couldn't be done,
Yeah.
but it's maybe just not quite as hot as some of the other ones.
Yeah. It definitely doesn't feel as powerful as the other ones.
What's next, Aaron? 2 to go.
Ping, 2 to go, yeah. And from a sleeve standpoint, they do similar things. They both go a little bit down and up and a little bit flatter, but we're going to start with the Ping G440 and see how that goes. I have de-lofted it a touch because this comes in at 23 as standard,
Right, okay.
so I've just put it down to 22, just so it's a fair test. So we've
Yeah.
got the same loft going through everything.
Right. Thanks.
So matte head again, Ford.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's nice. I've got the Ping 7 wood, the G430 7 wood, and you could, without even knowing, you can tell it's a Ping when you
They've
put it
not,
down.
for in recent years, they've not changed much. I think they've got better significantly in the last few years, the woods.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a need for them to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
It's
a really nice shape about it. I like the fact that the face isn't too shallow. I think some of the Ping hybrids in the past, in my view anyway, have been really, really shallow or shallower. So it looks like it's got a wee bit of real estate behind the ball.
Good.
Nice looking club, yeah, really good.
Sounded good.
Yeah, nice and solid off the face. Maybe left the face open a little bit.
That ball speed's jumped back up that you lost with the Wilson. It's picked back up again.
Yeah.
183 carry, it's your number that you're looking for.
It feels really, really solid.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
You need to give me more than one of them, though. Even I can fluke the odd one.
Well, that was one of the worst ones.
We talked you into that, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can have a mulligan from number standpoint.
Okay. Hit delete.
Good again.
Yeah, it was good. Again, it just goes back to the point I was making earlier that with a hybrid, even your bad ones, you get away with so much with them, I think.
Yeah.
That wasn't a fantastic strike, but you know, it would do a job.
It's finished up 194 yards straight down the pipe.
Yeah.
That was good.
Turned that a wee bit.
Do you like it as much as you like the Titleist and the Callaway?
It doesn't feel as consistent.
Okay.
I feel I've got quite a range of shots with it, shall we say.
Okay.
That word
yeah.
there might be the key, is that consistency.
Yeah.
Good. Not bad by any stretch, though.
Yeah.
No, it was a wee bit low in the face, but it was a nice enough shot.
Right, last one, Ford. You can go back for a lie down after this.
Yeah, I'll need it, yeah.
So last one, last but certainly not least, this is one of our best performers this year, SRIXON ZXi.
Adjustable at the iron? What's going on?
Adjustable, yeah, you can change loft, you can go a little bit flatter in the lie angle.
Okay.
Because this comes as standard at 22, I'm just going to leave it at 22.
Okay.
Where's that ping? I just put down a degree.
Okay.
Great, thanks.
That looks like a kind of seal of approval there, Ford.
Yeah, looks really, really nice. Maybe an overused word, but it looks quite stealthy. You know, it's all blacked out.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. I can imagine a lot of people picking that up in a shop and thinking it's a really good looking club.
Yeah, it's got a nice shelf appeal, isn't it? It's not bad looking.
Absolutely. Slightly different shape on the back.
Okay.
Doesn't look as rounded. Again, maybe it's just, you know, whatever your eye. Maybe a bit squarer up here.
Okay.
Good looking club though.
Hello.
That was nice.
Yeah,
Like, really nice.
Launched a bit higher.
that was exceptionally good, yeah. Nice feeling off the face. Yeah, I liked that. That was really good.
That was nice. Good.
Felt really quick as well.
And again.
Yep.
Identical.
Wow.
Launched
Yeah.
a touch lower, but same
That
ball
wasn't
speed.
quite as middled as the first one, but again, it done really well.
Yeah, very good. A late contender at the party, Ford?
Yep, absolutely. That wasn't such a good one, but
For how bad that was, carry number's going to be down. Ball speed stayed really high for what it was.
yeah,
Like, your total number's got to 187. It's a little bit flat on trajectory, so you've lost carry, but
Yeah.
in terms of the actual outcome, it's done all right.
absolutely.
Right, Ford. Thank you for coming in and trying them all.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, if we had to put you on the spot and pick a couple of categories here, what wins in terms of looks?
I think the Callaway
Okay.
Elite was really nice down by the ball. Yeah, looked good, felt good as well. Yeah.
Feel?
Titleist, I think.
Okay.
I think the SRIXON and the Callaway are very, very close second with that.
Okay.
The ping felt nice as well, but it felt a little bit more inconsistent for me, the ping.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the first two shots I hit with that, I think that's been the best performer. I've not looked at the figures on it, but that's been
Yeah.
the best performer. Right off the bat, it's very nice flight on it, really straight, high, powerful flight. But I think if I was picking one, it would be the Callaway, I think.
Yeah. I think, Callaway, from what you described and when Aaron and I are looking at your tendencies, the ability to move that weight into the toe to hold the face open.
Yep.
And I think if you can stop that face from closing, one, you lose the left, but it keeps the loft on it as well. So you
Yep.
keep the ball in the sky a little bit better as well.
Yeah.
I think if you were to go through fitting with it and play about with the adjustment sleeve and different shafts and whatnot, you could really dial it in.
Absolutely.
But I really like what it done from a performance standpoint. It done well.
Yeah.
I think it's good that that marries in with you liked it as well.
Yeah.
Quite often during a fitting session, we'll have the one that you like versus the one that Trackman likes can be different things, and then it's a decision to make. It's where do we go? Whereas I think the one that you like and the one that performs
Yeah.
tend to go hand in hand.
No, it was very, very good. It felt really powerful. There's a nice sound out of it as well. A good crack off the face when you middled it. I really liked the Callaway. It was a good club.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for coming along.
No, you're welcome.
Thoroughly
Thanks
enjoyed
very
having you in. If you want to come in and book your own or come in and look at hybrid for yourself, head to the website at sggt.co.uk and book in for a hybrid fitting, and we can look through all the different heads and shafts and find something that performs best for you. For more great content, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. There'll be more videos coming on a Monday night at 7 PM. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.